I think until they start supporting each other, they'll do it a bit tough against these good defensive sides.
So what are you looking for now that the crunch is on in these last 10-15 minutes?
Well, I think they just got to spread the ball a bit, just use their forwards more and support each other. They've got the matchwinners out wide if they can just create a bit of space for them.
OK, Bob. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Graham.
And with that, we've seen a magnificent run from Gary Belcher, who weaved his way 30 metres through the ruck and takes play up towards the quarter line. It's still Australia. And I couldn't agree more with McCarthy's remarks there about working with each other. Some of the players have been running one out. Davidson there, charging straight ahead with no ever obvious intention of ever trying to offload the football. They move it to the backs and Vella standing out there. He has looked on a few occasions, but still hasn't been able to get a pass away. They've got to look for support. They've got to run with the intention. There's Benny Elias running from dummy half. He'll score a try. It's a good try for the Australian captain. Benny Elias has come up with one of those Elias specials, and that might just take the guilt off the gingerbread as far as the Oldham side's concerned. That takes it on to 18 points to 12. Ticket goal to follow. Watch Little Bell, though without a hand being laid upon him. Hussein Mbaki was not there. Worldie arrived late. And no, he's hooked it again, trying for a little bit too much power. So the score remains 18-12 Australia. Falls full length as the tackle makes effect onto Elias. He runs from dummy half, makes a good inroad. It's another sprint from him. And can Davidson go? We'll see just how fast he can sprint. It's a good run. And he's taken from behind by Gary Warneke with a fine tackle. And Warneke, he's pulled off some good ones of those. Now Elias again from dummy half and very nearly slips his way through. He seems to have livened up the Australian side no end. Out to Bella on the open side. Looks for support, can't get a pass away, and that's what they must do. He had Phil Daly on the outside. Daly was obviously calling for it, but didn't get it. Lamb away to Meninga, back to Lamb. The runaround move, tries to duck his way through. And now it's Langmack at dummy half. They're only 20 metres out. He's gone for a drop and goal. That's a silly thing to do. They still have 2 tackles to go. I think Langmack's had a brain explosion. Gee whiz. Bruce to 12. Stuart Raver coming along. Bruiser Clark got a pass back on the inside. It's gone to Warneke. He's on the fly. There's Greg Alexander with a top pass. Yes, and very quickly wraps up Jeff Edwards, the fullback who fielded it, but was made look ponderous and slow by Belcher. Hussein Mbaki had that one long run, and then the wheel fell off. Flanagan throws a dummy, makes a good inroad, got some skills, gets the pass away. That's the sort of football we require from some of the forwards in the Australian team. Match practice, almost a Cumberland throw on that occasion on Martin Bella. At Benny Elias through the dummy nicely. He's got a kick downfield. Hussein Mbaki's going to try to get to it, takes it beautifully. He's got a bit of quality, this player. Oh, and he can't take the head on. Looking for each other. There's Alexander come up with the blind side. It's a try, astonishing try, a really astonishing try, because there was no try on. He was very nearly knocked off by an offside halfback from the opposition team, and that will make the game safe, one would think. That takes it on to 22 points to 12, and Michael O'Connor with a very difficult kick from the sideline. But there's the replay of it. There was no try on. I mean, that halfback Ashton should be burnt at the stake for missing that tackle. Of course, Meninga from the sideline, struck it nicely, but it's just away to the left. The score remains 22-12 Australia. Elias a dummy half. Alexander with a cutout pass, which was a beauty. Got it on to Belcher. Belcher weaves through one tackle, through another. Got the kick over the top. The chase is on. Oh, he's fielded it. And he didn't knock it back. It was no knock on and regathered. Magnificent stuff from Belcher. Clark. Lovely tackle around the legs. Surinam. Coming into the last stages of the game now. Run around move with Flanagan on then to Bill Ray Ashton. A good sweeping run and the pass has gone to the ground. That's hit Belcher on the shoulder and it will be knocked on. It should be an Australian feed. Good break there. Ashton making up rather for his awful defence on the occasion of Alexander. Here's the run around. Went right between two of them. And only Raper's inability to pull in another try to Australia would put the gilt on the gingerbread. But they're at the wrong end of the field for that at the moment. Siren up to the quarter line. Some of the Australian players just showing signs of wear and tear. A little bit of a knock on there. That's a careless bit of work for the dummy half. And all the steam coming off the players and that freezing cold air being inhaled into the lungs, let me tell you, is a painful experience. Last two scrums have gone against the feed against the Australian feed. Let's see if they can do better with an English feed. No way. Like the tops the runaround move, but oh, and Big Mal comes along and bowls him over legitimately and knocks him backwards about 4 metres. Warneke away there to Ashton. And Warneke chiming in again. He's played a very spirited game today, or this evening. Flanagan. Walker. Clark, rather. And again, Flanagan, the maestro at dummy half, gets a pass away to Ashton. Topless throws the dummy, tries to straighten. Got a forward pass into Raper. Raper's on the sprint. There's a little kick being put through. It's a chase. This could be another try. And Oldham it is. And Raper responsible for it with a very nice little grubber kick put through there out wide. 22 points to 16. And just about time run out. And I think this Australian side will probably be fairly happy when the bell rings. We're watching the try again. And you'll watch Stuart Raper with a delicately composed little kick put in here. The pass from Topless appeared to me to be marginally forward. Here comes the grubber kick. The defence arrived a fraction late. Belcher had come and committed himself. Michael O'Connor tried desperately to get to it. And it is Des Boy, the other centre, who's come up with a try. He hasn't got the power for that one. He's going to fall short. And that is the end of the section. The crowd come well and truly onto the field. The kids come to greet their heroes. Warneke races up to shake hands with one of the Australians. And it's 22 points to 16. Probably never really in danger of losing the game. But certainly let it slip away from them. I would suggest a substandard performance. More about that in a few moments. The scorers for the Australian side, and they scored 4 tries, have been Lamb 2, Elias 1, Alexander 1, O'Connor 3 goals. And 2 tries have been scored against them, Hawkyard and Foy. The goal kicker was, I think, Hops. So that was the scoreline, 22 points to 16. Interesting stuff. Back in a moment with some more statistics and our points award.